So now I'm going to see, well, okay, I've got some other paintings here. I want to see if I can get these out. They've been stuck in this closet for a really long time. Here's a couple things. You know, I really liked photorealism. I'm not sure why, because actually I had a friend of mine. I'll talk about this really quick. When I was in high school, he was actually a friend of my older brother, Ray. And this guy's his name was Paul. And we would get together. He was actually a friend of my brother, but we would get together and do artwork together for like 3 to 4 hours sometimes. And he was obviously much older than me, much better than me. And so, me being, a 15-year-old kid or whatever I was at the time, doing artwork with this guy who was much more mature as an artist than I am, really brought me up quick. And I recommend you do that. Under, like, whatever your discipline is, it always helps to work with people who are better than you are. It might take, a little, you might have to kind of check your ego a little bit and realize there are actually people better than you out there. And that's always the case. And the same thing with guitar. If you're playing guitar, try to play with guitar players who are better than you. That's how you get better. And that really does work. Do artwork with an artist who is better than you, and you'll get better quick. And that's what happened to me. So Paul and I would get together, and we would do artwork together. The thing was he really loved, and he's very good at it, science fiction type art. H.R. Giger, who is he could be kind of put like in that realm. He's the guy that, if you ever saw the Alien movies, he's the guy that designed the alien and the alien spaceships. Very kind of organic looking science fiction type things. That's what Paul does a lot of work like that. Very, very interesting, intriguing, organic. Some of it's kind of abstract with little bits of realism here and there. Anyway. But because he was, you can say an abstract artist, it seems kind of odd that I would start doing photorealism, which is maybe the exact opposite. I'm not sure why that is, but I'm just so intrigued by how a photograph transfers to a created image, a painted or a penciled image. This was actually a pencil drawing done much smaller, actually about 1/4 this size. And then what I did, I remember making this with my brother. We took it to a photocopy store, made some high quality photocopies of it, and enlarged them and put it on this paper like this. And I think it came out pretty good. This was actually from a photograph, I think from National Geographic. I really like it. One thing about artwork, there are no lines in nature, only edges. And so you can see, like here with this vegetation, there's not lines around everything. You can see a few places where I kind of did that, like right here on his foot, there's a little line. It doesn't look natural. But like, here's a good, a good example. There's no lines, it's all just edges of things. And that's one of the tricks to doing realistic artwork. There's no lines in nature, only edges. Okay, so I've got a few more in here. I think this is definitely going to be a two-part video. Here's another photorealistic. I don't know if you can see this or not. It might have some reflections on it. I don't really know. Here, let's see. I think you can see that. This was actually from a photograph of William Faulkner. Again, I really like the vegetation. This is a pencil drawing. This is the original. This is the actual drawing on just a sheet of typing paper with a pencil. And I really love doing like this vegetation type things, and even like off on the horizon. Another example of how there's no lines in nature. Like the horizon is just a faint, edge. Here's a white, and then this little, these shapes on top of it. There's no line there. But I do really like this drawing. This is just pencil on typing paper. I want to see if I can get this thing out of here. Forgive the slightly unorganizedness. I've never been known for my organizational skills, but see a similarity? Anyway, this was the first painting that I did when I was really into Chuck Close. This was the first painting that I did. It's a self-portrait. I know it doesn't look that much like me now. I had a little bit more hair back then, but I do really like it, and I like the way the shirt came out, the kind of blurry edges. This was an important piece for me because I began to realize, that transition of photography to the created image. What was so intriguing to me in the Chuck Close work. And I like this work a lot. This was the first one I did. I did a series of about 4 of these or something. I can't actually even remember. But this was the first one of the series that I did. And okay, let's see what else we got in here.